welcome to Nola Vibes. I'm Te-Erika, and we're vibing in New Orleans, baby. Yes, we are. Today I am out and about. I'm actually in Marigny, so just walking around the neighborhood, enjoying myself. And I thought to myself, let's help those people who want to move to New Orleans by offering them tips for how to get yourself started and how to make it happen and how to make your move here possible. So listen up. These are my very best tips for moving to New Orleans. And here we go. My very best tips for moving to New Orleans. So, tip number 1, join the Moving to New Orleans Facebook group. I, Te-Erika, created a Facebook support group for people who want to move to New Orleans and for people who are new in town. We have meetups. We ask questions. There are realtors in the group. There are a lot of local people in the group ready to tell you their opinions and their experiences. And you can read all about the other people who are moving around at the same time as you are. Ask questions about driver's license, even little things like bugs. We have a good time in there, honest opinions, and no discouragement. So the very first thing you need to do if you're moving to New Orleans is join the Moving to New Orleans Facebook group. Tip number 2. When you're deciding that you're going to move to New Orleans, you have to make the decision and be firm about it. There are a lot of things that are going to come up between you deciding that you're going to go or you're going to come to New Orleans and actually getting there. When you make a firm decision, that means nothing can change your mind. How can you decide that you have made a firm decision? How do you know? You set your move date. And you buy your one-way ticket. You book that one-way bus ticket, or you make those rental plans, or you do something that shows that you are definitely going to go. You put in your termination letter for your lease. Do something that shows and demonstrates to the universe that you've made your decision and this is exactly what you want to do. Once you set that in motion, everything is going to start lining up for you. Step number 3, start saving by downsizing your life. Yes, it's very important to save as much money as you can. I happened to move to New Orleans with $800 in my pocket and I still made it work. But you can save best by downsizing your life. So it's very difficult to make a move and make a transition where you're still trying to hold on to the things that you have right now. You're going to create a new lifestyle for yourself. You're going to have a new adventure. You don't need those old things and those old people. Start downsizing. The best way to downsize is to get a roommate. If you have an apartment, get rid of your apartment and move in with your parents. Sell your car. Start selling off all of the things that are in your house that you're not going to bring with you. You do not need to bring that old lifestyle here. We have a brand new lifestyle that we want to introduce you to, and you won't need any of that stuff. Downsize your life. Get rid of some of those bills. Save as much as you can because you're going to have a blast here once you do get here. Step number 4, get a job in your current city that may allow you to transfer to New Orleans. I didn't do that when I moved to New Orleans because by the time I moved here, I had already transitioned to creating my income online 100%. But when I moved to Los Angeles, that's exactly what I did. I got a job as a waitress in Florida. And a year after working there, I decided I wanted to move to LA and I asked for a transfer and it was granted very easily. So if you're worrying about getting a job in New Orleans, how's it going to work out? It might not work out that you can get one before you move here. You might, it could happen. I've heard of that happening. But if you want to be sure, set yourself up. Invest in yourself. Find a job at a company that has branches here so that you can transfer. It's easy. Step number 5, or tip number 5, create a way to earn income without employment. Yes, this is very important for anyone at any stage in their lives. Everyone has a talent that other people will pay you for. And if you don't feel that you have a talent, then now's the time to develop one. Learn how to cut grass. Learn how to cut hair. Make something to sell. And while you're in your current city, start practicing selling it. Don't just wait until you get here to start selling it. Practice selling it, because sales and being an entrepreneur, those things take practice to develop routines and systems. And once you start earning money where you are and learning how to manage the money and manage the business and keep it going, you can easily transition that here. I've seen plenty of people move here and immediately start saying, well, this is my talent, I can bake. This is my talent, I can sew. This is my talent, I'm a mechanic. This is my talent, I do whatever it is that you do, bring it here. We're going to adore you for it. We need you here. Whenever anyone posts in a group about their new business or something that they can do, everybody's jumping on it. We're very supportive here. And we need all types of people, including you and your talents. Bring your talents here, but develop them where you are so that you understand that not just giving the talent, but making money from it. It's a system that needs to be developed and fine-tuned. So make sure you create a way to earn income without employment so you can bring that here, and it'll make your life easier here. Step number 6, choose your landing place. So when people move to New Orleans, they're all, oh, I want a safe place. Oh, I want my perfect place. Well, it's very unlikely that you're going to find your perfect place as soon as you step foot in the city, especially if you've never lived here. Just think about how your tastes have evolved over the years. So your taste and the people you want to be around will evolve when you arrive here as well. I remember I met a guy one time. He said, I won't step foot above Canal Street. Basically, he's saying he's a downtown type of guy, and he doesn't want to live uptown with those type of people, whatever that means. So you're going to get here, you're going to explore. The first place that you arrive when you get here is just your landing place. Don't put so much pressure on it that it has to be exactly what you want. You have to buy the perfect house as soon as you get here. In fact, I would say don't try to buy anything as soon as you get here, because you're just warming up to the city. A year after you move here, you're just going to be getting the neighborhoods together in your mind. There's no way you should be making permanent decisions upon just arriving here. It's a beautiful place and there's a lot to explore, and every neighborhood has its unique charms. When you get here, as long as the door can lock and you don't see anybody sleeping on your front porch, you're good. It's temporary. It's just a landing place. It's not your forever home. So find a space that you can afford and the door can lock and the water runs, and have all of the adventures that people in New Orleans have with the hurricanes that we have and the heat and the humidity and the mosquitoes. You can experience all of that while you're here, and you'll have a bunch of funny stories to tell. Tip number 7, be open to setbacks. Okay, so say you want to change your life, you want to move to New Orleans, you came from Mardi Gras, or you passed through and visited and it seemed like magic. It is magic. But with any life transition comes setbacks. Things are not going to go perfectly, just like things aren't going perfectly in your life right now. So don't put that pressure on yourself that New Orleans is going to be this magic city that's going to make your life go smoothly. It's not. There are going to be things that are going to come up before you move and after you move that are not going to make you feel good. But if you accept that these things will happen, and when they happen, you recognize, here's a setback. You'll remember this promise that I'm making you right now. Every setback has a solution. And what happens when you're building your new life in a new city and you face a setback? You're trying to figure out what the solution will be. So in reality, setbacks are opportunities for growth. Okay, I didn't know that I couldn't take the trolley uptown. Now how do I get where I need to go? You're just building up your repertoire of solutions. All of these setbacks that you're going to encounter, they're just helping you to grow and be stronger as a person. I have so many solutions for the different problems that come up or that will come up once you move to New Orleans, but that's because I faced them all by myself at one point. All of your setbacks have solutions, and that is my promise. So don't be afraid. Don't be deterred. Don't feel like this is a sign that I shouldn't come. No. You're just building up your survival skill set every time you face a setback. Accept your fears. They may come true. They could be some of the setbacks. My biggest fear, most people's biggest fear, is that they don't meet anybody that they can trust when they move to a new city, especially if you're moving by yourself. Well, that fear came true for me. I haven't met anybody that I can trust, and I've been here for 1 year. I haven't made any personal connections. I seem like a pretty sad story, right? Like I'm your worst fear. It happened to me. I haven't connected with anyone, but I still love this city. So I'm your worst fear, and I'm your biggest dream come true. I'm having a great time in the city, but my fears still came true. You see what I'm saying? Even if your fears do come true, you can still enjoy yourself. You can still create a good life for yourself here in New Orleans. Just because something happens that doesn't make you feel good, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean it's your final destination. So, my final tip or step, I want you to change your mentality. Starting over in life is a beautiful thing. It's exciting. It's scary. You don't know what's going to happen. You're hoping for the best, but you're secretly bracing for the worst just in case, so you won't fully give yourself into the fantasy of a new place and of a better life for yourself. How about this? Change your mentality. Give yourself over to the fantasy completely. Who do you want to be in this new city where nobody knows who you are? Were you afraid to socialize in the past? Were you afraid to be an entrepreneur? Were you afraid to sell your goods and services? What were your fears? What was holding you back in your current place that you don't want to be holding you back anymore? Change your mentality. Be that person you always wanted to be. Even if it's you wanted to be a slut. You want to be a slut in New Orleans? Go right ahead. We are non-judgmental here. This is a wild place for the weirdest and craziest and funniest people that you will ever meet. Everyone just lets it all hang out all the time. And we embrace the weirdness in each other. Being in New Orleans will not change your life. Only you can change your life. You will have the exact same experience that you've had in the past if you come with the same mentality. Decide who you want to be and focus on that. This is your chance to be the change you are wishing for. Well, as you can see, I've offered you my very best tips for moving to New Orleans. If I can do it, you can do it. I want to see you here hanging out with me, enjoying this beautiful life in this beautiful city. New Orleans, why don't you come join me? Try to catch these Nola vibes.